Alright, so we're back. Let's say once we finish our shampoo bottle over here, it's time for us to display for our final submission. Alright, I'm just going to show you the output until we get into 3D Max. So how are you going to make it into a poster? That one is entirely up to you. Alright, okay, I'm using Photoshop of course. So alright, so once we have our bottle done, I'm going to select all of the bottle parts here, including the label. Actually, I group it. I group it into shampoo bottle. Alright, once I'm done, just gonna display it a bit. I'm gonna rotate this inside. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna hold shift and make a duplication of the shampoo bottle. Alright, I'm going to show if we have a back label, then it's the purpose of it. You should have a back label. What I demo is just for the front, but you should do the same for the back part to get that label. Use the same technique that I showed you just now. Okay, once I have this pushed together like that, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do like a studio setup. What I'm going to do is if you look at studio setup, they have sort of white canvas, that white or any other canvas to make a nice background, like a studio background. So create a plane. Alright, this amount of polygon would be maybe you need to put one more. Okay, so now I'm going to convert this. Actually, I can reduce this to 2 enough. Right, so I'm going to convert this to a poly, and then I'm going to make a curve like this. Okay, curve. So I'm going to put back just to make that curve like that. Okay, so I'm going to apply turbo smooth maybe more nicer. Right, maybe I'm going to use some going to give a new slot. Okay, studio PG or something, and give this material to the plane here. And what I'm going to do is maybe I'm going to, let's say, something maybe light purple, but maybe I'm just going to experiment with this. Put a little bit of a specular here. Alright, okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to add a light to our 3D scene. Not using photometric, we're going to use standard light. Alright, standard light. I'm going to use the target spotlight. I'm going to use the 3-point lighting that I've taught you in class. Okay, so this will be the key light. First, of course, I'm going to put in the camera first. I'm going to rendering. Since we're going to render for A4 paper size, into rendering, go to print size assistant, get the correct resolution. I'm going with portrait since the shampoo bottle is tall. So I'm going to choose A4 size. Okay, and close it. Now I have the area dimension as an A4 size resolution, which fits very nice. Okay, Shift F to show the save frame. So what we see now is the A4 size, or if you want to do more bigger poster, you can set to A3 size. Right, but for this, I'm just gonna show you in A4 size. I'm gonna place my. Right now we are still at the perspective. There's no camera yet. And the trick is to apply a camera is you place your perspective here first, so you get the nice angle that you want. Okay, maybe something like that. Okay. Okay, like this. Right. Then what we want is, with our perspective looking like the camera, we are going to create a camera based on the where the perspective is looking by pressing Control C. And you see now from perspective it changed to camera 01. So if we basically switch to perspective camera perspective and view again, we can actually zoom out. And you notice that there's already a camera looking at that angle just now. We can press here perspective and camera 01 again to view at the what the camera is looking, or if you had the perspective just now, we can just press C to jump into the camera view. Alright, so once we have this, we can try and give it a render. Okay, it's going to render a bit slow because this is very big resolution, so it looks a bit choppy because this resolution, if I'm zooming in, it really is very sharp. Okay, alright, it's okay, but we haven't finished the lighting yet. So I'm going to perspective view. Since my camera is looking here, I'm going to appoint this as the key light, the main light. Alright, so name it as key. Only key light. You should turn on shadow only for the key light. And shadow, area shadow. Just saturation here. Just gonna leave it at normal first. Area shadow should be fine. And spotlight parameter down here, spotlight parameter. I'm gonna make the hot spot become more bigger a bit, and make the fall off a bit further. Right, okay, that's for the key light. Now I'm gonna duplicate the key light to make the fill light. Okay, fit there. Okay, the fill light. So, fill light. Turn off the shadow for fill light and reduce the multiplier for about 0.25. Okay. You can, yeah. Right, so going back to camera view, let's see what we have so far. If you're playing with, just to test the rendering, instead of playing with bigger resolution first, instead of straightly render with bigger resolution, it's going to take longer time. So why not just switch to temporary the low resolution first? Right, it's gonna choose maybe 800. It's just a temporary. Okay, I'm going to render. See here, right? We have our shampoo, but the shadow is kind of too dark. But we have the shaded here too uh, not too dark because of the field light is filling in. So go to perspective. What I'm going to do now is